Well, hey y'all, I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com and welcome back to the Boneyard. This is the exciting series where we look at old phones and we review them just like they're new. Now there are two things in this world that remind me of America. My Texas button-up shirt and the Samsung BlackJack from Cingular. Cingular's not even around anymore, but if you're like me, when I think of America, I think of warm apple pie, the flag, and the blackjack. I mean, maybe even the card game. You never know. We're going to take a look at it in the Boneyard, which starts right now. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. When I think of blackjack, I think of two things: America and the Samsung BlackJack. Now, this thing was out in the Cingular days. Remember the Cingular Jack? Well, he's back for a Boneyard review. Otherwise, got Windows Mobile 5 on this bad boy. This thing is popping with Windows Mobile 5. You know, it took you like 8 years to do anything, but it was cool because you had that Windows Phone. Remember those pocket PC days? This is almost back in those days. I mean, that was super exciting. It's so exciting, it got me to wear my Texas button-up shirt today for the Boneyard because honestly, when I think America, I think Texas button-up Boneyard shirts. And you know what? Cingular Jack and the BlackJack. That's what reminds me of America. This is a pretty cool phone because like a BlackBerry, they were trying to be cool back in the days, and this can tell you how old this device actually is. It's got a thumb wheel. You can thumb it up and down, and you can be like, hey guys, I'm not cool enough to have a BlackBerry. Now keep in mind, this was 2007-ish, so it was cool to have a BlackBerry. I'm not cool enough to have a BlackBerry, but I'm cool enough to carry around a BlackJack that's kind of a rip-off. Little thumb wheel here. That's super cool, and that's really, really neato and exciting. The Cingular logo down there at the bottom, some keys on this thing, QWERTY keyboard, got some physical buttons up here back. You got two shortcut buttons because this thing was too cool for a touchscreen. Let's be honest. Nobody wanted touchscreens because touchscreens then were for losers. It was kind of like that thing, you know, touchscreens kind of came in, then all of a sudden it became the cool thing, and then people had these devices and they were like, well, don't leave me out, don't leave me out, and then eventually they all upgraded to the iPhone and called it a day. But still, this is a cool phone, and it's got two physical buttons here. I can go into start, I can see some messages, I've got a call button right here, and then I've got a home button, so I can go back home and check out some Windows Mobile 5 goodness. You got a power button up here at the top, you got a volume rocker over on the side, you got a back button here, because let's be honest, back buttons are where the party's at. You got a camera on the back, a 1,200 milliamp hour battery with cool accessories like little battery things where you can pop the battery in and plug those in. Remember those days? Well, they're back in this Boneyard video, my friends. You got no service here, but you got a clock. You got some Bluetooth, so you can use your Bluetooth headset. You know what? Bluetooth headsets are timeless. And to that end, you could still use your Bluetooth headset with this phone if you wanted to, because Bluetooth headsets are super, super cool. And you can use it with the BlackJack. Like I said, nothing more American than BlackJack and Bluetooth headsets. You got Internet Explorer pre-installed on this bad boy as well. Calendar, you got a calculator so you can do your math equations and think about how much it's going to cost you for the data plan on this bad boy. Remember back in the day when data plans were so expensive? This was kind of back in those days, my friends. Data plans were expensive. You had to budget it out on a month-to-month basis. You couldn't afford Texas button-up t-shirts when you had a Samsung BlackJack. You had to decide which one. This is why I love 2012 so much, because I can own a BlackJack and a Texas t-shirt and go back and review them and kind of make fun of the device. That's much more fun, isn't it? Isn't it much more fun to be sarcastic? I think so, and I'm sure you do too. Much more coverage to come on the Samsung BlackJack. That's a lie. We're not going to cover this thing anymore on PhoneDog.com because this thing is old and into the Boneyard. It goes with its tiny little non-touch screen display. I just can't do it, my friends. This may remind me of America. BlackJack may be an awesome sport, but we moved on to bigger and better devices. Keep it locked on the site for continuing coverage, and stay tuned for some more Boneyard fun on PhoneDog.com.